Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. So, we are checking out KATSEYE for the very first time on this channel. For transparency's sake though, I would be an absolute fucking moron to say that I never heard the song Touch, because it's probably one of the most replayed songs if you ever went on like IG Shorts or like YouTube Shorts or IG Shorts, is it? IG Stories, Shorts, Reels, whatever it's called, TikTok. That song, Touch, the chorus was featured so many freaking times, so I'm definitely familiar with that part. However, that's probably the only thing that I know about the song, so if you see me kind of like not being as surprised by that song or looking like it's familiar, it's because it is. Now, the final music video that we're gonna check out is their latest one, which is Gnarly. I'm really intrigued by that one because I'm seeing a lot of discussion about that music video and the response is really interesting. I'm just intrigued in seeing what exactly is so insane about that music video that gathered such an interesting response. So let's get into it. We're starting off with KATSEYE. Debut is the actual name of the song. Then we'll move on to Touch and then we'll finish off with Gnarly. Let's go.
So my best friends,
Ooh.
I like it, as simple as that, that's right, I like it, I keep coming back, I don't need nobody trying to tell me how to run it, found myself somebody's about to turn it to 100, they like it, it's simple as that, that's right, they like it, they keep coming back, oh, we ain't flexibly, we do what we do.
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't need no cookie cutter, perfect ordinary. Can find me under ride or die inside that dictionary. Babe, they like it, it's simple as that. That's right, they like it, they keep coming back. Oh,
Ooh.
we do what we do. Wanna pull up on us, check it out the gate and come through. We can run it, no this ain't
Oh. That was really, I guess that's because there's obviously different members from different countries, so I'm guessing that's all the languages that they're kind of like speaking, if I had to guess. That was cool. There's Thai, Korean, English. Oh, damn. Whoa. Ooh. I love the ending of that chorus. The vocal melody is really cool. Ooh. They're literally chilling on the freaking bridge and cars just okay. That's an insane amount of comfort, I guess. So after a quick glance on Google, actually some of the lyrics begin to make a little bit more sense as far as them saying this ain't a debut, as they literally been on a show that is called the Debut Dream Academy, which is kind of like a survivor show where they were formed. So it makes sense that even though the music video is called a debut, this isn't actually our day. Like, it's kind of like being very meta about the literal debut, and also the way we are so confident and together. This isn't sounding like something that we are debuting as. Like, there's no disconnection between us. We're very well, together and bonded. So I guess that's why they kind of mean that this ain't a debut. We sound as if we've been together for a minute, which is kind of like true because of the Survivor show. And also it seems like the music video was shot in Medellin from a quick glance on Google again, which definitely makes the music video feel a little bit different. And I honestly like the metaphor of them kind of like having a picnic in the middle of like a highway, like as ongoing traffic is happening. It's like we're comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, and it doesn't matter what comes our way, we're not gonna break a sweat over it because we already been through so much on the Survivor show. Like, I haven't watched the Survivor show or anything like that. I know it's Hype and another group or something, and it's supposed to be like an American group managed by Hype. I don't know all the details, so feel free to let me know. There also seems like there's like a heavy emphasis on like the Samsung flip phone, the Z Flip or whatever model it is, which is, you know, kind of cool as well. But definitely parts of it felt like a bit of a commercial because of the phone, and like all of them kind of like hanging, but they're hanging in a way like they're hanging off of each other, so it's kind of like showing off like their bond and whatnot and how comfortable they are being together. That's kind of like the analogy that I would make, and that's why they keep on saying this ain't a debut. And I love the ending, the way they switched it up from love me once, naughty turns to nice, but then at the end it's like love me once, now it's time to roll the dice. It's like it's time to take a chance, as we took on like this journey, and now we are thrown into the music industry, and we're here to kind of like, you know, make an impression, which I thought was really, really cool. Like, the song itself is it's short, obviously it's very short, and it seems like that's kind of like the theme for now. It's almost like it feels like a song that you would definitely pick if you were making like a TikTok or like an IG reel or something, which obviously with the song Touch makes a lot of sense, because I feel like it's one of the most used TikTok songs that I've ever seen, because I've heard that chorus so many times. But at the same time, like, it kind of works. It's very addicting. I really love the vocal melody, especially in the chorus. The la 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 part is kind of like a bit of an earworm too. The visuals with the chalkboard almost feels like they're representing all the language that the ladies are speaking, because all of them come from different places. So I thought that was kind of cool, as like we were all united by our love for music, or by that Survivor show and whatnot. So we came together, even though we didn't know one another. Now we are bonded as if we're kind of like family, or like the music video definitely kind of like portrays in a way kind of like sisterhood in some ways. But I really enjoyed this one. So let's jump into the next one, which is going to be Touch. And again, I have listened to the chorus probably over a dozen times, because it used to come up a lot on like IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, and, you know, TikTok and whatnot.
Monday, I was dreaming about you. Tuesday, I was waiting near the phone. 2 days, wasn't hearing from you. Yeah, what can I say? Oh, baby, I was getting bored. Thursday, I was losing interest. Friday, you were out there in the cold.
I like the sound design.
And you already missed it. I was moving on, 'cause you were moving too slow. Sometimes I'm alone, stare out my window. The moon makes you seem close tonight. But you've been so out of touch, let about you way too much. Over I've been thinking us. You've been so out of touch, you could've had my love, but you've been so out of touch, let about you way too much.
I think she's currently my favorite member. Honestly, there's like something about her. I don't know. Like, all of them are very charming.
Come up with a different story. Yeah, what can I say? Say something I ain't heard before. I'm too fun to waste my time. Too young to waste one night. So here comes some good advice.
There's the phone again. Nice.
Don't press it, 'cause sometimes I'm alone.
That's pretty cool. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. That's kind of almost like creepy. That's almost like almost horror-esque. Like the red aesthetic, almost like giving you like a split personality kind of vibe. Damn. Whoa. Whoa. Damn. That was really, really cool. I didn't expect all the sound design. This song was really, really nice. Again, I did mention that I heard this chorus many, many times, but because of the sound effects and the music video itself, it almost made it feel as if I'm listening to this for the first time. The sound effects also make this song feel like it's a trailer, if that makes sense. Plus, because of how short it is, it legitimately feels like it could be a bit of a trailer to like an actual album or something like that. But there's definitely like a theme of like conveying songs that are very earworm like, and songs that stick in your head and very like social media friendly, which honestly clearly worked for them, because holy shit, the amount of times that this song pops up is absolutely insane. But I also kind of really like the lyrics of like, I'm too fun to waste my time, too young to waste one night. So no one night stand, but also I'm too fun to waste my time. Like I'm like, and them constantly saying you're so out of touch is kind of almost like a double entendre. Because like you can call someone out of touch, you know, out of touch with reality, or out of touch in terms of them not realizing what is the right thing to do. But they mean that, but also the literal sense of like you're out of touch, you're out of reach. The transition with throwing the CD to cut the chandelier as it falls was kind of really, really cool too, as it leads to like this red aesthetic, and the girl is almost like having like this split personality of sort, which almost like goes borderline horror in a way, as if like you've unleashed like an anger side of me, because red represents not just love and passion but also anger and like hurt, which I thought was really, really cool. So you hurt me, and there's obviously the shot with the tear, which transition, which was a really cool transition. Actually, I really enjoyed that. Overthinking us. It's kind of like, it's almost, on one hand you would say that it's a little bit like counterintuitive to say, but at the same time, like I'm already overthinking, so I'm overthinking us. Like I can't stop at all thinking about, like, say, like the mind is going into overdrive. So it's kind of like emphasizing that I'm not just crazy thinking about you, I'm like past that. Like I'm even more like confused, as the red aesthetic kind of like makes sense with like the strobing back and forth. As like the girls are like shining in red, and it almost like kind of looks like very, very almost horror like, which I thought was kind of cool, as it expresses like the complexities of like being in love and being hurt from that love. And the chandelier, like in K-pop in general, when we react to K-pop, chandelier kind of like represents like prestige. It represents something positive, like not just a literal shining light, but like a metaphorical one. So the fact that it crashed, much like this relationship, that we are out of touch, was kind of like a cool symbolism as well, of like shattering it and then turning them into like ladies that are very, very hurt by it, as the red aesthetic kind of like symbolizes. And I kind of really like the beginning of the music video, because like the girl is literally in the vents, so it's like somewhere deep in the mine or something, as she's overthinking, and then coming out of the frame to find the girls, and one of the girls actually reads a Nietzsche book, like the biography of Frederick Nietzsche or something. But it's kind of interesting because one of the beliefs of Nietzsche is perspectivism. Nietzsche rejected the idea of absolute truth, instead focusing on how individuals can create meaning in their lives to overcome nihilism, which is a belief that life is meaningless. Love made their life feel meaningless. Now she's reading a book about becoming like the definition of like the Superman, which was like one of his concepts or something like that. Like, that's kind of interesting, like that they chose that book and the representation of Nietzsche within that context. I feel like that's kind of creative. I thought that this was really, really intriguing and very mesmerizing just in general. And the chorus is absolutely, once again, addicting is definitely a word that I would describe KATSEYE's choruses. So with that said, let's jump into their very latest music video, which is called Gnarly. Even under this music video for Touch, I'm seeing a lot of comments made in the last 2 days talking about Gnarly. So, oh boy, let's see what this is all about. Let's go.
They could describe everything with one single word. You know, like Bugatti, Tesla, fried chicken, party to Hollywood Hills. This song, oh my God, that new beat. God, is this real?
Wait, what? How, wait, when? What? Wait, debuted in Touch, and then what a transition. She literally smacks her with that flower, which makes me think of like those TikToks of like, there's like that one dude, Chef Daddy or whatever his name is. Oh my God, he makes some of the most violating food TikToks imaginable. He's sexualizing the shit out of it, and I feel like are they kind of like creating like a bit of a, like this has got to be like a parody of sorts, right? Of all the things that people love or hate today. I'm not sure.
They could describe everything with one single word. You know, like Bugatti, Tesla, fried chicken, party to Hollywood Hills. This song, oh my God, that new beat. God, is this real? Oh, we're in a session tonight, gang gang. Oh, we're going out tonight, gang gang. Oh my God, this song's so lit. Congratulations. Now you be like, gang, 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 gang.
Wait, the gang gang, that's like that TikTok NPC girl. This is literally a parody of all the shit that is happening in the world, right? Like gang gang, like that's what those, there's like that one girl who became super super famous for doing like emotes of like an NPC character, and she's like pretending as if she's like she's getting gifts on TikTok or something, and she says gang gang every 2 fucking seconds. The transition with the beat is so lit, and then they're literally cooking the eggs, was kind of fire. Like no pun. Like I'm like it was really. The beat is kind of nasty, like in a good way. But this is such a shift conceptually.
Tonight, gang gang. Oh, we're going out tonight, gang gang. Oh my God, this song's so lit. Congratulations.
The sound effects was sound design.
Gang, 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 gang.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that sounds awesome. What? Wait, let's take it back. That switch up was actually fucking phenomenal.
Gang, 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 gang.
Like the gang 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 part, but this sounds like fuck. What? Like, why does this remind me of Space Jam? Like the instrumental, "Welcome to the Space Jam." Like, am I tripping?
Gang, gang.
That sounds awesome. Ew. Ugh. That was a cool edit to the car with the bounce of the body on the top of the crowd. They try to copy and they literally have them fucking putting their faces in a copy machine. That's kind of meta. This is oh my god. What? How do you go from that concept to the next within like such a short time? Like that's kind of wild. But at the same time, that transition from the kitchen to then she's on the edge, living on the edge. That is, let's take it back. The transition and literally the sandwiches are forming. Holy shit, what the I can't believe this is the same group. Yeah. Damn, it's like a zombie apocalypse over there.
Gnarly. Don't talk to me. You're gnarly. I'm not. Jealous of my mention? Yeah, the view is fucking gnarly.
So Hollywood is nowhere land. Like they're making fun, right? This beat is what the that's a hard working beat, goddamn. Wait, what the whoa. Oh. Why did they turn the paparazzi into one of the wildest looking creepy what the holy shit, that is creepy as hell. Oh my, this is like AI too, like they're making it. Yeah, look at the cameras, look at everything that is happening. Like this legitimately feels like they're kind of like creating like a bit of a parody or like a satire. Like you have like the boba tea. You have like the Takis, which is like one of the biggest things right now too. You have the gang, which is like a reference to like that TikTok NPC challenge, which has taken over the world. But I think it's kind of like died down by this point, right? And thank fuck for that. There is like so like the Hollywood stuff with them being like Valley, what's like Valley Girls or whatever, like or Hollywood Girls, I don't know what's the right term, but and they're making a BLT too, which is right. That's what cheat. No, well, there's ham, there's bacon, there's what the shit. This feels like an acid trip. Ugh. They're like they be cooking. Oh, a little bit of an American Psycho kind of vibe. Why not? Why not? Why the fuck not? What the this song was fucking gnarly. No, but this was both amazing and confusing at the same time. I understand. I think I understand what they try to go for, which is parody and satire. Like, look at all these things that you hold so much value in that doesn't make any fucking sense anyway. Like, why are we holding like fucking boba tea and like fucking TikTok NPCs in such high regards? Why do we put all those things on such fucking pedestals? Like go through fucking life and death for like such stupid fucking subjects? That's kind of how it feels like. But at the same time, also making fun of AI, I feel like, because they literally used it with the paparazzi and turning him into like a creepy bastard or something. And like AI has been a subject of a lot of negativity, especially when it's used in K-pop. I always see like people being very negative towards it because it feels like it's an easy way out for the studio to avoid paying for real artists to create real art. And also obviously with the whole Ghibli filter and stuff that has taken over, and everybody and their mothers using, you know, that filter through AI to do something, and just AI in general, I feel like is getting a lot of like negativity. Even though it's kind of cool on one hand, but at the same time, the way it's absolutely kind of like feels like it's destroying lives and careers potentially, or has already done so, and put so much fear in so many people's hearts because of the implications of how far AI can go. Both in work-wise and replacing artists, but also in terms of manufacturing shit that doesn't actually exist to make somebody look like they're doing something that they're not supposed to do, and almost like being unable to, I guess, even tell the difference. Like, that could be very, very dangerous. So it feels like they're making a mockery of AI. They're not using necessarily AI in a way that is kind of like quote unquote lazy, but rather to call it out. That if the overall song is any indication, that's how I feel like. What I did absolutely love, honestly, is how dedicated the girls were to this concept and how much they owned it. Because like, I don't know whose idea it was. I would never in a million years would even guess that this was the same group. If I just listened to these songs back to back to back without any visual confirmation, I would think that this was a completely different group. The one thing that I absolutely loved about the song is the instrumental, like that switch up during the gang gang part, even though I didn't like that sound, the gang gang sound, because it reminded me of like that NPC TikTok stuff, and wasn't a big fan of that in the first place. But like, they're twerking and there's like a sandwich forming, which made me think, and they're constantly like, you know, there's like the knife sound effect. They're literally kind of like cutting shit and making shit. Like, it makes me think of like the meme "let him cook" or something like that. So let them cook or whatever. As they're literally cooking and figuratively cooking this beach or this stage or whatever. So I thought that was kind of cool how much into it they were. But the beat switch up during that working part was absolutely dope. Like, I honestly absolutely adored that switch up, and the instrumental was absolutely fucking awesome in my opinion. Visually super trippy. Like, it definitely leaves an amazingly shocking first impression, to a point where your jaw kind of like drops and you need a moment to process it. Even making fun of like Hollywood, with it being a nowhere land, or I guess that relates to them specifically, I'm not really sure. Like, everybody's lost in Hollywood, or everybody wants to make it to Hollywood and not really know what the fuck it actually is, or like selling your soul. Like, I'm not really sure if I even want to go too far and even kind of like try and look into like a deeper meaning, if there is one. Honestly, when I went into this music video, I've seen so much negativity surrounding this one that I almost expected to dislike the song when I went into this reaction, only to find myself being kind of like shocked and vibing to it and replaying some parts. Honestly, at the end of the day, I enjoyed this music video. I enjoyed the song. I'm not gonna lie and say that this is the greatest thing ever, and I'm not gonna lie about, you know, the lyrics being amazing. But at the same time, for what it's worth, I kind of enjoyed it, and I'm kind of like intrigued to listen to the song again and see if my perception improves or not. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you enjoyed this reaction. Of course, let me know. I hope you did, and I hope that, you know, I don't feel like I was too negative about the song, but I'm definitely not gonna be like, this is the greatest thing ever and like the lyrics were perfect. But that's the one thing that kind of like, even if it's satire, I feel like maybe there could have been another way to do it. But at the end of the day, the girls themselves said that everything's gnarly. So in that perspective, I guess I guess the lyrics are very much intentional. Let me know your thoughts. Did you enjoy the song from the first place? Did you not like it and then grown to like it? Do you still dislike it? Let me know all of that. And obviously, let's try to be as respectful as possible. I feel like it's absolutely valid to be critical of something, but there's a very fine line between being critical and then, you know, calling people names for not agreeing with you or not being able to see any kind of like nuance of like not being able to understand how can you like or dislike something just because you don't like it or you like it. If somebody dislikes the song, it doesn't automatically make them like a blind, oblivious hater. And same for someone who does like the song, it doesn't make them an oblivious, you know, stan or whatever you want to call them. I feel like if you enjoyed the song, I don't have a problem with it. If you didn't like the song, I don't really have too much of a problem with that either. And I feel like both can kind of like coexist, and we don't have to, you know, call each other names and shit and just have hopefully a respectful conversation in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.